Hey everyone, Blockchain Bernie here. This is my next episode and it's about stablecoins. So, how do stablecoins work and what are stablecoins for that matter? So, if you like content like this, smash the like button. It really helps a lot. I thank you in advance for that. And let's dive right into it. A stablecoin is something that is pegged to something else, right? So, it has a stable exchange rate with some other thing, right? It could be another crypto, or it could be something of the real world, or it could be fiat money, right? As for example, the US dollar or the euro or something like that, right? So it all started with stable coins that are pegged to the dollar. And and that obviously is a great thing, right? It enables new use cases for crypto. If you want to sell any fancy cryptocurrencies and you don't want to get out of the crypto world, right? You can just sell your Solana or your Ethereum or your Bitcoin and get stablecoin in return, and you can stay in the crypto world, right? You don't have to go back to a centralized exchange to get your US dollar or something like that. You can have it in USDC, for example, is one of those stable coins, right? USD coin or USDT, which is the Tether stable coin, or many others out there, right? So, how does that work? Obviously, prices usually develop by, we know it all, supply and demand, right? So, we have either an algorithm there that senses the supply and demand on the exchanges and then tries to intervene in order to keep it stable, right? And we know that from some governments, right, that like to have their currency pegged, right? I think the Chinese yuan used to be pegged to the US dollar or some basket of Western currencies for some extended period of time. And also Europe has some history where some currencies were pegged to the Deutschmark or whatever that all was. And yeah, so how does that work? There is intervention, right? So if the price of, let's say, USDC comes under pressure because lots of people want to sell their USDC and want to take out real US dollars, then someone else has to buy, right? In order to keep the exchange rate stable. So that's what the guys at Circle do, and they have very good connections to the world of finance and to Wall Street and everything. And in order to do that, they need to have a lot of reserves, right? So if people want to get USD back and sell their USDC, they need to have a lot of reserves in real hard US dollars in order to intervene there and keep the exchange rate stable, right? And these interventions, they can be made by humans, or they can also be made by an algorithm, by a smart contract, right? Like a smart contract whose source code is published somewhere on GitHub or so, and everyone sees the algorithm. And and then there's the algorithmic ones, and the human managed ones, and there's among the algorithmic ones there are the ones that are backed by real assets, and there are also ones that are backed by substitutional assets, right? So with the Terra Luna and everything, it was all backed by crypto, but it was supposed to be pegged to the dollar, right? And that was a problem in times when all crypto went down. It was virtually impossible to keep the exchange rate pegged to the dollar, right? So, but even now, algorithmic stable coins are not dead, right? We know all what Terra Luna has, what the mistakes were, and because in the end it was something like a Ponzi scheme, because when someone wanted a payout, they needed to pay it from others that joined the network, right? And as soon as there were none, the thing inevitably collapsed, right? But we can write the algorithms in a way that we always have enough reserves, and the reserves should be in that currency that we want to peg it to, right? So if we have a euro stable coin, we want to have euro reserves. If we have a US dollar stable coin, we want to have US dollar reserves and things like that. And then some of these algorithms can be quite smart, right? They can have something like an interest rate and just like central banks can do, right? These algorithms can then, if the inflation is too high and the value is threatening to to deteriorate, they can just raise the interest rate, right, in order to limit demand, right? So that's what central banks are doing also, and everyone knows that because it's happening right now with the Fed. But we can simulate that in some algorithms. So on Cardano, the DJED cryptocurrency has just launched, and it is doing things like that. And there are others. Solana has a few stable coins. There's the Pi stable coin. There's the RAI stable coin based on Ethereum, that's doing these, and they were the pioneers with manipulating interest rates and stuff like that. So there are so many forms of stable coins, and with everything I've heard so far is, with USDC, we're probably in the best position right now. It has good connections to Wall Street, and it has real reserves in real fiat USD, and it is very transparent with that, right? So probably it is the best bet you can do if you want to hold some USD based stable coin. And I would not hold it for extended periods of time or stuff like that, right? It is supposed to be pegged to the dollar, right? And if it's not pegged to the dollar, it is, it's not good for you, right? It's a different thing with other cryptocurrencies. You know that they can go up and down and stuff like that, and you make your bets, but you don't do that with stable coins, right? You just want to hold them as if it's US dollars, right? And if they cease to do that for you, then it's no good, right? So you want them to be really stable. And if you're looking for a USD based stable coin, most probably USDC is the best you can go with, and do your own research on that one. But yeah, and I've given you now a little bit of an overview what this all means, what are stable coins. There are euro-based stable coins, obviously. There's also like, ETH-based stable coins and stuff that have one-on-one to ETH and all these type of things. And we have the ones that are managed by humans. We have the ones that are managed by algorithms, and we have the ones that are backed by the currency that they're supposed to be pegged to. That's the one you want to reach out to. And there are the ones that are backed by reserves in different cryptos, not the one that they want to be pegged to. For these ones, I would be skeptical if they can, always hold their value, right? So that was a little bit of an overview. Thanks for watching. And don't forget to hit the like button if that video was helpful to you. Also, so please subscribe to my channel, and catch you guys next time.